What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at something really interesting, and that is overlays.uno. This video is going to be, I think, very interesting for those of you that want some really quality graphics and assets added to your stream, that have motion graphics enabled, and also has the ability to be heavily customized to really be tuned to whatever you're looking for in your own live stream. We've got everything from countdowns to lower thirds. We have social media loops and tickers that look really neat and that can pop in and out in your live stream. And we can actually control all of this directly from inside of OBS using just browser sources. The way that this was developed is just mind-blowing to me. It's definitely consumer first in giving you the ability to customize basically anything and make it look awesome and use it for however you want to use it, which is not common of a lot of social media and live stream graphics that people have out there and access to. And did I mention that this isn't going to cost you any money to start utilizing all this stuff? That's really big. So let's also talk about some of the other things. I'm not even going to run an intro today, guys. I just wanted to let you know that. I also want to go ahead and let you know that I am being compensated for making this video, but if you guys have any questions and want to see some follow-up videos on some other features that are inside of this, let me know and I will do that, and I'll probably just be doing that just because I'm really interested and really like this product. So let's go ahead and really dive into what you can do with overlays.uno. So getting started first, like I said, you can add these in as a browser source. This is kind of how all this works. You've probably used browser sources before for things like alerts inside of OBS. It makes it really simple, but we can also utilize the docking feature inside of OBS and add those docs in. And I've got Google here, and I don't even think the web page is loading, but if you wanted to do this for multiple Unos that you can make, you can actually have the control of them directly inside of here and toggle through all the different Unos that you set up, which is really neat. Speaking of really neat, yes, I mentioned motion graphics. You can start and stop these, move them around. We can even, start this one. We can go to the settings and customize this, and we can change the position. We want to move it up or down, we can do that. We want to add a gloss effect to the text or that bar at the top, we can do that. It's just really customizable, and I am already a huge fan, and I'm looking for ways to integrate this into my live stream right now. After I get done with this video and I edit it and I have it ready to go up, I'm probably going to just be customizing my live stream using all these tools because I think they're really neat. So let's talk about some of the other things that make this stand out. One of those main things is that they already have a pretty large library of these things, and once again, they're very customizable, so you can make something look a lot different than it looks just by default whenever you're scrolling through here. My first thought whenever I looked at this was a lot of this looks very broadcasty, and I was like, I don't know how that would be integrated into, say, my own personal live stream, or how to recommend it to you guys for using for your own live stream. And then, like I said, I started messing with it, and then I made something as simple as this, which you can make with other live stream widgets and stuff that are out there, but the customization ability is not near as in-depth as what we get here. So currently, for what you see here, I'm actually just using this panel right here, the image panel standard. And if you want to go ahead and start using one of these, you can just click on it and click add to my overlays, and it will take you to your overlays panel. And inside of here, we can actually start adjusting all these. We can click the three dots and we can open them up, and we can start working on our Unos, however we want to customize those. There's also places for image library, so you can store all of your images. It's as simple as dragging and dropping from your file explorer to add those images in. That's kind of what I did here, so I could have two different images. So you could see that we've got our main of our latest video, and then I have another one. Let's say I changed my latest video, or instead of latest videos, I want to, if you live stream and you're a gamer, maybe you want to, say, take your funniest clips and stuff like that and post them to YouTube. You could advertise these in your downtime in between playing matches or games, which could be really useful. I'm going to go ahead and make this one, and then I'm going to add it as a dock into OBS, and then also add control into the Stream Deck and show you how easy that is to toggle. And we're going to be kind of recreating what I did there in the beginning. What we've got is the ability to toggle the image panel on and off. We have our title, which is up here. We have our subtitle, which is currently active. If we didn't want to use a subtitle, we can turn those off. I'm currently not using one for mine. And then we've got the subtitle text, which is what was down here, so free pro overlays. And then we've got our title, which is, up the top, and then our image, we can change that. And then we can set our image size. Do we want our image to be big or small? We can adjust that. We can adjust the positioning of them. So if we wanted to set Uno in the middle and then adjust the scale, there we go. We can kind of center Uno inside of the box. We can change a bunch of colors, all that stuff. And for those of you that might be starting, it might just show one box at a time. If you go over to the settings, you can actually toggle the amount of panels you see. One of the reasons that this is really neat, the way they've got it set up, is because it's set to work where you can basically customize and adjust all these settings inside here. So if I decided I wanted to change this to like a orange color, I can change it to like orange, maybe like an orangish red. And yeah, I updated the overlay, this really heavily customizable overlay, without having to leave OBS. I can just do this inside this browser dock, which is pretty cool. So we'll cover that in just a second for those of you that are interested in that feature. I'm going to try not to babble and talk too much, but there is a lot of content inside of this, and I want to give you an accurate representation of what you can do with this. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to put latest videos. So latest videos, and we're going to turn off the subtitle because I'm not going to use that for mine. And then let's see, we'll change the image. So we can click this folder, and let's go with, we're just going to kind of recreate what I've got going there. So we're going to click this one. And once again, we might see that this image isn't exactly to the scale or size that we want. We're going to adjust that right now. And we're not going to adjust it here. We're actually going to set the size of our Uno first and then kind of scale our image inside of it. So let's go ahead and mess with the width and the height of our Uno. So I'm going to make our Uno just a little bit wider. And then I'm going to bring the height down to kind of fit more of that 16:9 aspect ratio for my thumbnail. And then I can go back over here to my image size and kind of adjust this. So probably right around there. And once again, we'll just mess with this a little bit more on our height. And there we go. That looks really good. Now I want to go ahead and mention to you guys, if you see any like artifacting here of where you're moving stuff around, it's kind of common from what I've seen with messing around with overlays.uno. It does not show up on your live stream. It's only in this preview window that I've really seen it. But if you click the reload or just refresh the page, it goes away. So that's nothing to be concerned or worried about. And now let's go ahead and move the horizontal position. So let's move it off the side a little bit. And then we can adjust our vertical position to move this down the page. And once again, if those lines bother you, just refresh the page and it's gone. So it's that easy. Now we can customize things. So let's customize the primary color of this bar, because let's say I wanted this to match my live stream, because my actual live stream colors are kind of like an orange and gold. So I'm going to go with kind of like a dark orange. I want to turn off this glossy effect because I'm not too much of a fan of it. So I'm going to turn it off. But if you like that effect, definitely turn it on. It's pretty neat. And I'm going to change my primary text color. I'm going to go for a white color. So let's pick that dropper up there. And then the accent color is part of this subheading or the subtitle, and I'm not using it, so that doesn't really matter to me. And then there is an accent color, so let's see, we've got our image at 103. So you can see if you wanted to kind of like use this as a border, you could kind of position your image inside of it. So let's change it up. Let's do something like that for the sake of this video. So let's move our image to, let's type in here 0 so we can center it. And then, yeah, I think that image size is good. And then let's change our accent. Actually, I think it's our image base color. Yeah, so let's change our image base color and let's go for like a darker version of an orange. So say something around here. I think that should do it. Maybe it is the accent color. Yeah, it is. My bad. So let's adjust this and somewhere in this area, kind of bring it in like a darker color. Or maybe you wanted to go kind of more of a gray. We could do a gray. Do kind of like a dark gray to surround it. Once again, this is all kind of preferences. You know, what do you like and what are you interested in your stream looking like? But you can see we kind of added that in, and I'm done with this, right? Let's say that I'm done with this and I want to add this into OBS. So this is not difficult at all. What we're going to do is click on this little copy option up here. It's the first selection we have, and it says copy output URL. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on OBS, and then we're going to click the plus and browser source. We're going to name this Uno Tut for tutorial, and then we're going to paste that URL right here at the top. Now I'm also going to go ahead and adjust my size of my canvas. So I'm going to do 1920 by 1080, and I believe this is actually 4K what I currently have going on here, but yeah, we can rescale this. So let's scale this up, and there we go. So we can see that this is here, and I like it. But if you wanted to, you can still rescale this down if you wanted to make it smaller. Kind of a little pro tip for you. If you've got everything set inside of your Uno and you don't really want to adjust that size here because you got everything set up right, you can just adjust that here and kind of set that to wherever you want. So yeah, I like my Uno right there. I think it looks good. Actually, I think I'm going to move it to the right a little bit. Try to kind of have it same spacing around the borders. And yeah, I've got my Uno tutorial Uno that I created set up. But I want to go ahead and also get the control URL. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to minimize my browser, and then I'm going to go to Docs, Custom Browser Docs, and then we're going to name this Uno Tut for tutorial, and paste that link in here, and click Apply. And we can see that we now have the control option for our little Uno that we made for our latest video, and I can just drag this over. And if you want to dock stuff together inside of here, you can actually just kind of overlay these things. You can see how it kind of overlays like that, and you now have the ability to bounce back and forth between those. But I want to move this to over top of my other one. So you can see we've got my Uno tutorial and my Uno for my latest video. So if I wanted to go to my Uno for my latest video and turn on the gloss, I've got the glossy effect there. If I've got it for Uno tutorial, let's close that, I can turn the gloss effect on and off there. And you can see why it's really useful is because you now have the ability to do all this customization and adjustments directly inside of here. And if you wanted to, you know, control those however you want, you have the ability to do so. So let's go here and go to Image Panel. And if you want, you can just use this to turn that image panel on and off. So really neat effect, just slides on and off. But if you wanted to add, say, another image, you can click this button here and add, or you can just use this for the control options of starting and stopping in Uno. But yeah, adding another image is as simple as clicking this button, adding a new slot, and then editing this specific Uno and changing that picture. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to click this, and we're going to change this picture in the tutorial to my Twitch affiliate one. Click these buttons again, stop the first one, start. We can see that's the first one we set up, and we can click the play button again, and it switched to our new image. So that is how you control it inside of OBS. That is how you go ahead and start customizing your own Unos, how you add in your own images. I'm not trying to make this video too fast, but I also just don't want to overload you with too much information. You can go through and you can customize these out to your heart's content. And for those of you that do want to use this with a Stream Deck, you can simply download the Stream Deck plugin from their website. I'll link it down below. And then it's as simple as just dragging Uno control over. So we're going to drag this one to the bottom, and we're going to go back here and click on the Uno, copy Uno token. And then we paste the Uno token here, and then we'll name this one. So we'll name this tutorial, because we know that's our Uno tutorial. And then we want the action. We're just going to set this for toggle overlay so it can turn it on and off. And we'll rename that. So we'll say tut toggle, and then we're going to toggle the image panel. And then we should just be able to hit this button on my Stream Deck. I'm going to press it now. 3, 2, 1, press, and give it just a second, and it's gone. And if I want to turn it back on, it's as simple as pressing that button again, and there it goes. It's back. So there you have it. There are tons of Unos that you can start using to customize and upgrade your stream, add quality motion graphics to, and like I said, this is just one example of where I took something that I wasn't even quite sure that I could utilize for my live stream, just based off the way it looked, and then I started messing around with some of the settings and I saw, wow, there's a lot of customization options, and this is just a really neat tool that can be utilized and leveraged in so many ways. And it's just so easy to control. You can add it directly into OBS. You can add it directly to a stream deck. There's really no excuse why you can't start customizing your live stream and making it look awesome with overlays.uno. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Chad from How To Tech, helping you take your tech to the next level. And for those of you that are still interested in streaming stuff after going through and customizing your stream and you want to upgrade it even further and get more viewers and subscribers, why don't you check out here for some tips on gaining more views on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.